Days of my life I praise you. Everything that I have now you gave to me, Baba. Lord, I say for your love I'm grateful. Yes, you love me plenty, you came to die for me. Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Nissi, I am that I am. Ooh. Oh, I searched around, there's no one else like you. Lion of Judah, you're the man, battle.
God has given me victory.
He has given me victory.
He has given me victory.
God has given me victory.
God has given me victory.
He has given me victory.
He has given me victory.
Hallelujah.
You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, working in this place. I worship you, I worship you. Hey, we make a miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. We make a miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. I've made myself and make a fool out of myself again this evening. No, I enjoy it, and I know you enjoy me dancing as well. Thank you very much for staying with us. We say welcome, LIBERIA Public Radio. Samson to live again this afternoon from Sacramento, California, where we will be bringing you some wonderful, wonderful conversation again this afternoon with Samson to. Of course, live on LIBERIA Public Radio. We want to thank you again. To stay, making sure you stay with us. We appreciate it. Whatever you do, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But as usual, you're not gonna. If you don't come into Samson Talk conversation with, you're gonna miss a lot. You're gonna miss a lot. So share with your friend. Make sure people tune in. Share with them. Let them know Blaku is on. Samson Talk. Safety, 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 safety. Folks, cars, I don't do guns. I don't do anything else. But what I've done, I have made a mistake here, and I'm going to correct it. You know me, I don't hide anything. I was so excited coming on. I didn't put what I'm supposed to put on. So please stay with me, Sam Sinto. I will be right back. This is what we do. This is what we do. Stay with me. Again, folks, Sam Sinto, LeBron Public Radio. This is what I didn't put up. I just put that up. This was supposed to be my opening after the safety. Safety, I told you already. Take care of your car, and your car will take care of you. This is Senator John McCain, who passed on Saturday. And we here on LeBron Public Radio, special conversation with Sam Sinto. I also want to say, Senator McCain and his family, we sympathize. This is a very sad story. I'm from Liberia, he's from Arizona. But the thing that this man have done for the humankind is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And those of us that consider ourselves a political junkie, these are people that we get used to every day. We watch the news, we follow their stories, and they become almost like part of us. So when he passed on Saturday, it was very, very painful for all of us. And again, I'm not involved into American politics, and I'm not talking American politics. I'm just talking from a human standpoint that this man has done a wonderful, wonderful job. He's a Republican. I'm a liberal progressive. So obviously, we will not get along on a lot of things. But when it comes to treating your fellow human being, when it comes to how you treat people, follow this man's story and you will find out how it is and how good it is to treat people. And he doesn't hide anything. You and him will make out today, tomorrow he want to be friends with you because he's done with it. That's human being. This guy spent a lot of years in prison in Vietnam. And when he got back, of course he was bitter for a while, but after a while, he found there's no reason. He was the one that pushed the American government to open the diplomatic relationship with Vietnam. Because President Clinton, remember, President Clinton have issue with the draft. In fact, some people refer to him as draft dodger. So he wasn't about ready to push anything that would upset the vet of the United States, especially Vietnam vet. The fact that he didn't fight. So what happened? Secretary Kerry, John Kerry from Massachusetts, he also fought in the war. But being a liberal, when he got back, he didn't appreciate the way the war was being carried on. People were dying. So he turned against the war. And for a while, Senator McCain and John Kerry couldn't see eye to eye on the especially the war. But John McCain decided, I'm going to take the higher ground. And they both started carrying on the policy to convince the rest of the vet in the Senate, in government officials, rest of the vet to see reason to open diplomatic relationship with Vietnam. And Clinton, because of these two guys, he was able to have the face to do it. You know, American politics, they're not that far removed from Liberia. You have to have somebody to say, go ahead, I'm backing you before you do it. And this is what George Bush, former President George Bush, the son, referred to that as political capital. Samson. Senator McCain, we miss you. We miss you already. We miss you already. Even though you know the Republican Party and liberal progressive, we don't get along a lot of issues. Even in my own office, we go at it all day. But here again, Senator McCain, thank you. Thank you. You've done a wonderful, wonderful job for the human being. I don't know you. You and I have not talked before, but the fact that I watch you every day, when things get rough, when your party start going the way that they're not supposed to, you stand alone and say, no, this is not right for humankind. I'm not going to support it. And so when you stand up in the Senate and say, I'm supporting this, you're ready for a lot of people to go against you. Because to know when you say it, it is what it is. It's very truthful. Even when you had the Keaton Fire issues, okay? Yes, some of us, I was young at the time, but I was fathering years as well. And some of us, oh, he's done. The maverick is done. But guess what? Truth will never be hidden. And the truth came out. And your colleagues found you not guilty of anything except bad judgment. Which we all do. I do that every day. But again, you didn't hide it. You didn't hide it. So I know you're gone. But the spirit, I hope the American people will find that spirit once again. Have a debate on issues. The Republican, the Democrat, let them go ahead on issues, not personality. And this is what they make you different. You argue with men based on your philosophy. As a philosopher, you say, as a philosopher, you believe in certain things. And you stick to your gun because that's your core value. But it's not to treat another human being bad. When the war in Iraq happened, they started going about, the government like America was, and you can't blame them either. Because for somebody to come in your country, take a plane, and kill 3,000 of your members here in the United States, people were mad. They want to make sure who did that, bring them to justice. And then, of course, certain group of the Bush administration decided they want to do certain things to bring the information quicker. They decided to do water boiling and what have you. And when you find out, blew the stock. This is not who we are, he said. If we're going to find information, we must find it correctly, not to torture anybody in this country, because this is not America value. And you were right. Even as bad as it is in Liberia, people in Liberia still look up to the United States. The value system in the United States is something that gets other people going daily. Even if they don't have food to eat, they still look up to people like Senator McCain. So Senator McCain has done a wonderful job. Like I said, I'm a liberal progressive. But that doesn't negate the fact that I support him when he's doing something good that I consider good. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to say farewell. Lion, elephant, whatever you want to call yourself, because you're truly, truly a giant. A giant. Most of the senators now, saying yesterday, saying the day before, they've been parading themselves on TV, how you were, how you used to carry people around for them to understand the policy, the foreign policies of the United States. Why? Because you believe that once you understand how other nations view you, the United States government, viewed you, the United States people, then you can tailor whatever it is geared towards certain people. If people come and abuse you, want to abuse the trust of the United States, I sent my son to Iraq to go fight. He wasn't even born here. He's not even an American. But once he said, I'm going to go fight, I said, go. Because it is the system that gets us alive. Even, God forbid, if you were to die in Iraq. I think I would have been still, I was going to be hurt. But the mere fact that he fought for something, because people like Senator McCain supported the war. There was those that didn't support the war. I didn't support the war either. But he wanted to go fight. I'm not going to say don't, because it's something that I believe he's fighting for, something he believed in. Senator McCain, thank you. Thank you. We're all just passing through. We'll be there. We'll see you. We're all just passing through. But what is it? What do you do? My belief, if you're passing through, what kinds of mark do you make that when you leave, people are going to look back? Oh, he was here. But as he went through here, look at the dead body, look at the skeleton all over people he killed because of power. Oh, he was here. But when he was going through here, look at the hunger. He couldn't even feed the people he was fighting for. Oh, he was here. But look at the place. When he came, this place wasn't like this. He changed it for the better of the people. There's nothing you can do about that. How you left it, you try your best, you met a certain condition, you improved it, and left it improved. Who's going to fault you for that? Senator McCain, we here on Liberian Public Radio also extend our heartfelt condolences to the family and to the people of the United States of America. Back home, this is what we say. You're never mind, oh, we're sorry oh, to hear the kind of bad news. But our life, oh. Thank you. Thank you, Senator. Thank you. You don't know me, but you have done some wonderful things that kept some of us to be to where we are today. You fought for us. I got my education here in the United States. I'm from Toll Town, Grand Juda County, places that you never heard of before. Forget Toll Town. I'm from Wembley Way, places that you've never seen before, except you go on Google Maps now maybe. But you fought for everybody. Once you get your foot in here, the opportunity that this old man created, the opportunity that these people have created, fought for us, died for us, for you when you get here, if you make good of yourself, the opportunity is there to be good. If you come here, the opportunity is there to do good. But if you decide you want to go the other way, they also create that opportunity for you. Jailhouse all over this place. They ain't going to fool around with you on that one. They call themselves the law and order. That's the Republican Party. Never mind now, but they have created a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for all of us. So again, I want to say, Senator McCain, thank you. You don't know how many people that you have helped all over the world. Yeah, you stand there on the Senate floor and you say some things and things like that. But sometimes the words that come out of your mouth get a young man in Liberia that have no food to eat. When they hear those kinds of stuff, they say, I'm going to do better for myself. So it matters. It matters what you say. Especially if you're in the government of the United States. It matters what we say, how we do things. Once again, I want to thank Senator McCain, and I want to thank the people of the United States for their generosity, their continued generosity. Of course, right now, you can say, well, there's a lot of turbulence. People are going up and down, saying here and there, but it too will pass. The pendulum is going to swing back. It never fails. This country been going on for hundreds of years, 200 plus. And the better day of the United States still ahead of us. Because of people like this. People like this. That don't come overnight and try to steal power. People like this. That when the government of the United States, the most powerful government in the whole world, decide to violate somebody like Samson told right, people like this will say, no, you would not do that. I don't know who Samson told is, they would say, but he's a human being. You cannot violate his right. If you think Samson told is guilty of something, go to court. Don't go overnight and go because you have everybody in the world working for you. Don't go overnight, knock into Samson To's door, get him out because you have the power and taking him to jail. Do it broad daylight. Let people know that you're taking Samson to jail. So his family will not get out in the middle of the night and start looking for him because of people like that. People like that. If you were to cut Senator McCain, the blood that will come out of him. If you were to cut any Liberian leaders, the blood that will come out, it will be the same color. No different. But the courage to make sure things happen correctly. Now, don't get me wrong. He's not like to say he hasn't done any wrong before. He's not at fault or anything. But they want to make sure that this country becomes the light of the whole world. If you're suffering, if you can't make it, not that you're not strong, but because of some obstacle put in your way by your own government, put in your way by other people, and you fight hard and come in this country, come legally. Don't come through the back door. Come legally. If you get here as a visitor, whatever, the next day you go to the immigration office and say, yeah, but I want to stay. There are forms you will fill. They want to throw you in there. But guess what? They will make sure you have a lawyer. And if you don't have standing, they send you back. Because of people like this. Senator McCain, I want to thank you again. And I'll say goodbye to you. You have done your part, like you say. You have a better life. You live a good life. But in the process, you refuse to be privileged. You refuse to be above everybody else, even though the opportunity was there. But you say, I am human being just like anybody else, just like Samson told. Why do I have to consider myself a privileged person? I breathe the same air as Samson told. I drink water just like Samson told. I bleed just like Samson. Why should I consider myself a privileged person? And you refuse. The privileges were there. If you wanted it, the silver spoon was there. If you wanted it, you would get it. But you didn't want that. You wanted to come down to our level. And I said, thank you. Thank you. I know there are some other young senators, be it Republican or Democrat, that will pick up and move on. I will say thank you. Folks, that's my own tribute to the old man himself, Senator McCain from Arizona. And in Arizona, we have a lot of Liberians over there as well. So you see, I'm not just making it up. Let me play one more song before I get out of here, because if I just jump out of this emotional stage and go straight into our topic, I might say something that perhaps might not be suitable. This is where intelligent men make intelligent decisions. I can't come out of this emotional stage like this and go into a stage that perhaps will provoke negative emotion. I don't want to do that. So let me do this for you. Let's dance and see how far we're going to go. Good night, Senator. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
She's
Eyobe, Anasiole. Eyobe, Anasiole. Eyobe, Anasiole.
Again, folks, Samson Toll, LIBERIA Public Radio. I want to thank you very much for staying with us. Tonight's message is a very special one, strictly for the President of the Republic of Liberia. I'm not too sure if he even watches me, but that's okay. I have the platform. I will say it. Whoever want to watch it later, they can. Dr. Weah, good evening, sir. Good evening. Thank you for continuing to put Liberia first. We appreciate it. Because you've been in power now for more than 6 months. If you wanted to bring havoc in our country for people to suffer, you can do that. If you wanted to shut the light down in Monrovia, you can do that. The power is in your hand. If you wanted to make sure nobody sleep in Monrovia, you can make that city uncomfortable. The power is in your hand. However, you haven't done it, and you're not going to do it because some of us believe in you. I'm not a seditious. I always say this, but of course other people accuse me of being a CDC undercover. I don't know why should I be on. Do I look like somebody that will be undercover? I don't know, but they keep saying that. But that's okay. I'm not going to argue with them either. I know who I am. But Dr. Weah, you're a very young man. You have traveled all over the world. You know what good life is. You know what poor life is. Not only have you traveled all over the world, but you have also traveled extensively in Liberia. When you started this thing, oh, young man, the first thing, if you remember, Josiah Johnson, former Liberian national player, made a statement when people were complaining. Excuse me, folks. That's one thing I like about technology. They don't fool around. They tell you if something is not right with you, they'll tell you. I didn't plug my thing in, and the battery information came out. Say, Mr. Toll, you're running out of battery very quickly, and boom, I plug it in, and the battery situation is resolved. That's one thing about technology. They don't fool around. But anyway, back to my topic, Dr. Weah. Thank you for paying attention to me. I appreciate it. But once again, I stay there. You travel extensively all over Liberia during the campaign. And not only that, before the campaign, when you were playing in Europe, when the war was raging, people were dying. Not necessarily from bullet, just from the smell in the city of Monrovia. You get disease and die. But you used to travel to Monrovia back and forth. I'm not too sure why, but I would attribute that to your love for Liberia. Your love for the country is always above everything else. I think we saw Monrovia Molu the last time during the campaign when he made a statement that when Winston Tubman wanted to be the standard bearer for CDC, I believe he said, you ask, why? Why am I not being the standard bearer? Why are you taking people over me? According to Monrovia Molu, that you will cry. But not only that, you did exactly what your friend Dragba, the guy that came to visit you last time, what he did. You know, some of us follow soccer as well. I played ball before. When Dragba, I'm sidestepping a little bit, please. Just bear with me. When Dragba was playing for Chelsea, my team, Chelsea, he had another coach that came in and they decided for some reason, they thought he was old or something, and they decided to put him on the bench. For 2 years, he was on the bench, almost. He plays, but it's not like regular. He didn't say when. It's okay. Another coach came in, and they brought him in. And he demonstrated to the world. From that point on, I respect Dragba, and I will respect him till I die. He came in when they brought him back in. He said, now, I was good before, but I'm going to dig deeper and be better twice as much as I was before. And when they brought him in, the new coach, when they brought him in, he started scoring. They couldn't even take him out of the field. Even if he wanted to come off, they wanted him to stay. He gave them the championship. They went to Germany. Folks, if you watch football, you know what I'm talking about. They went to Germany for the Champions League. He scored 2 goals, 1 penalty, 1 header, and gave them the championship. This is a guy they were keeping on the bench. And he showed to the fan, Chelsea fan, that people kept me on the bench. Nobody said anything yet. You didn't complain. I didn't complain either. But I want to show you that I know who I am. I know what I can do. And this is what I can do. And guess what? When Grandpa ready to leave the field for the last time, he didn't walk off the field. They carried him, not because he was hurt, but the players that was on the field put him on their shoulder and carry him off the field. That's how you prove yourself. Anything you do, you prove yourself better than anybody else. And then you came, going back to Dr. Weir. You left. You wanted to prove to the people, okay, y'all don't think that I'm able to win the election? I'm going to be a senator. And you face the president's son. They have the money. And your sheer willpower give you the senatorial election. I watched it. I was reading. He became the senator. And I've always stated this. From 2005 up till you won the election this time, every election you win it, the people cheating you. Every election, as long that Madam Sally was in power, you always win the election. They will cheat you. So I know that. We all know. But when they cheat you, you come back and say, yeah, let's leave it. You left everything and you move on. Some of the people that were cheating you, next election, if they come here and they feel cheated, they will not let people sleep in Monrovia. They will not let people sleep in Monrovia. They will make noise so much that you think say the whole world gonna fall apart. These are the people today. Dr. Weir, once again, I want to say you continue to prove to us that you are not somebody who would take Liberia lightly. And I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for that. However, I've been following you for quite a while now. When I was in Canton, Ohio, going to school, 90s, to supplement, not supplement because I was not even working good, I was washing dishes. So I used to push on the side so I can get money and be able to buy gas to go to school. So while I was coaching, the kids that the girl could have it, I was coaching one of the prestigious schools in Canton called North Canton High School, Hoover High School, the Hoover company that made the vacuum cleaner. They have they base themselves, the headquarters in North Canton. So North Canton is one of the way up there area of Canton. So this high school, they hired me to coach. So they were paying me a little bit of money. And most of the kids, they find out that I'm from Liberia. Oh, Josh, we are from Liberia? You know it? I said, no. I know of him. I don't know him. But we all were riding on your name. So the fact that Josh, we are playing and leading in the world, I'm from Liberia, I must be a good coach. So for 2 consecutive years, they kept me. I left because the classes that I was taking was becoming much more higher and difficult. So I couldn't coach, go to work, and go to school at the same time, so I have to leave. So your contribution to the Liberian population is not just in Liberia. Some of us enjoy just from your name. And I want to thank you for that. But you're president now. You're not soccer player anymore. You're president of the Republic of Liberia. Follow history. Read history. Read Liberia history specifically. There are certain things certain leader was doing that were not conducive, but they didn't listen. I hope we're not going to face the same thing with you. Because first thing will be a very sad stuff. If what we're hearing, what we're reading, if those things are truth of you, then it's very sad. Because you're a young man, people's person, people love you. And to hear these kinds of stuff that people are reading about, I don't believe that should be something that should be a hallmark of governing. And what am I talking about? There was a story around here some time ago when, before, I think it was during the election or something like that, that they decided to bring the international old timer to Liberia to play. And there was some other soccer star here. Before you started becoming a big star, there was some soccer star before you. And you can even admit that there was some good soccer star, better soccer star than you were. Even during the day you were playing in Europe. And I know you can admit to that. Let's go with Gray, Teacher Gray. Let's go with Kofi Bruce. Let's go with Mama Musa. Let's go with Santos. I'm not even going to go back in the 60s. Some of those people you probably don't even able to touch their toes. To be no pun intended, my name is Samson toe. But I'm just being serious. My opinion. But the opportunity God gave you was not provided to them. You see these friends, they're now all equal. Okay? And those people were not invited. Where is the unity? What happened? I don't know. I never make a big deal out of it because I didn't think it was meant to push forward, but it was something that continued to remain on my mind. Why is this young man left all of these good players? But not. Even if he's 500 pounds, bring him to Monrovia. Let Monrovia people see their own about not again once more time. About now probably tell you say begin, I ain't able to play. But let him come, you move the ball a little bit. Mama Musa, who is still in shape, let him come demonstrate. How long you think Mama Musa are going to stay on the field? Let him come and stay a little bit. But you never invited any of those people. This is the career, this is the area that you were so fantastic that you became the best in the world. But these are people that you saw. Some of their move when you were growing up, you admired some of these people. But they were never invited. If they did, I don't know. But none of them, I didn't see any of them on their name on the list that time. When I spoke with one of the soccer stars, simply told me, Mr. Toe, that the Peking he just don't know how to put people together. You know, for some reason he decided we were not important. These are stars. He made that kind of statement. You could tell from his voice how hurt he was. Later on, I heard that because there was a rumor around your circle that these people were condemning you. They were not in support of your political ambition. And therefore they must be left behind. I don't know how true it is, but I heard that. And since I'm on this here, I must have diverged that as well. Okay? For me, that doesn't bode well. Then you say, but who are you? I don't care what you think or what you don't think, that's fine. I was at your inauguration and I had tears falling in my eyes. I was crying on that state soccer field. Why? Not because I love you or because you're the best or something like that. No. But it was you. Because of the way you carry yourself, able to maintain CDC for 12 years. The Great Pie and Moja was unable to maintain their group for that long. But you did it. You can't do these kinds of stuff without people being in complete love with you. did it. And so when I saw the former president and you walking, going down the field that day to do the exchange, whatever they call it, I had tears in my eyes because for me, it was my first time. I voted for Tubman almost 400 times as a baby. I don't even know what I ever had election every day. I never heard it. Though election 1985 brought confusion. In 1987, I was not even in Liberia anymore, but look at the kinds of turmoil we had. And here we are. The election went through a lot of wrangling. We, Liberian, was here and there. But you and your people were able to keep it together. And that's why I was crying, because I felt within myself the respect for you is high. Because you have been cheated over and over and over. And yet they come again. You have an election and people say they're going to go to court. What was going through this young man's mind? Is it not right to say, oh, yeah, they come. I'm not going to allow this to happen. Before this even start, let's cut it off. And he can send men, boys, young people in the street. And chaos would have been ringing all over Monterey. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that. And I felt because of their composure, because of the way they maintain themselves. I don't agree with most of the things that was happening on Facebook. Jefferson Coach going here and saying this. I didn't agree with it. Moluba Molo going here and I didn't agree. I used to say some stuff myself. But the main thing is they were able to compose themselves. No one single person got hurt. If they did, I didn't know about it. Never heard it. And I was crying on the field to see that. And you became the president as young as you are. And we all congratulated you. And I will still say congratulations. That's Liberia. We Liberian, we will take you when time comes tomorrow. Then we say we talk, we in here also. Another leader comes here after your term over. You will see how Liberians will turn against you. That's who we are. But I know you're not afraid of that. Because I've been sometime in your soccer career, sometimes you're disappointed in yourself in the way you perform. So what more can this happen? But that's not the point. You left it, you met it, leave it in a position where your name, used to ring in Italy, used to ring in England, used to ring in France, and even used to ring in here in the United States, and used to ring all over the world. Do the same thing for Liberia. Do the same thing for Liberia. Liberians, you have the greater opportunities of all other Liberians. Your membership, the population of Liberia, know nobody else but you. Yeah, they know about other leaders. But you tell them what kind of, especially young people, the population of Liberia right now, 45, they consider you old man. Because they're all young. So what kind of conversation you think you're going to have with them about Tubman, about Doe, let alone Tubman? So they're looking up to you. The way you're going to carry this thing. I know it's hard. I've been reading. I'm not oblivion to what is happening. People go on the Facebook and say some nasty thing about you and your family. I don't know how would I take that. Because if it was me by this time, somebody myself finished throwing down one side. I forget president. I hang the president coat up and I'm going down one side to meet that president. You myself what? You cost me and you myself going to fight. President or no president. But you're able to maintain yourself. Things we hear on Facebook about you are uncomfortable for some of us. But yet still, I got up this morning. I hear if somebody in jail in Liberia, the government put somebody in jail for saying something. I hear that. Dr. Weah, this is your country. Yeah, you didn't fight the war, but like you stated, you continue to pay people school fee. Why? Because you wanted them to improve themselves. Some of the people, the full school fee you pay, some of them might even come back tomorrow and be your opposition. But you didn't care. It's not what is on your mind. Why am I saying all of these things here tonight? Something I read today really got to me. But who am I? Nobody. There's a personality on Liberian Public Radio. You got young people when they're ready to. I'm old, but I'm involved in Facebook and everything else. So I can hear, I can see, I can read when they're ready to argue about you. You think say there's another civil war coming. That's how much popular you are. Please use this popularity to the best. Don't do like what other Liberians have done. Document Day, they call it PRO, Public Relations Officer. I laugh because here in the United States we have our own organization here. They have their own PRO. God, Jesus Christ. We have here my own organization, Grand United Association organization. They have themselves. They call what they call PRO. But please, on a very serious note, stay out of those things. Don't lead us by rumors. I'll show you something. Folks, this is Samson to Liberian Public Radio. It's a very serious business here tonight. Very serious business. Okay? I'm not too sure why this is. But here's what I'm going to be talking about. Quite recently, Ambassador Brown, Louis Brown, who used to be former Minister of Information under President Madam L, our mother of the land, was appointed to be ambassador. For some reason, letter went out. You know, and when you read the contents of not all of it, but just the absence from the letter, you will be concerned. What has he done? Did he degrade Liberia? What happened? There was a letter that went out and saying that he's being recalled immediately. Now we Liberian, when we say immediately, effective immediately, Dr. Weah, you're missing out on effective immediately. Those are words that bring bad feeling to some of us. Effective immediately. That means something has happened. Effective immediately. That means this person, those days, when you hear effective immediately, then people start crying. Because it's not a good words put together. It's those two words, effective immediately. Once they put them together in one sentence, a person got serious problem. I'm not saying that's exactly what it is here, but when I read it, I was wondering to myself, what has he done? But of course, I'm not a fan of Ambassador Brown, so I didn't feel much about it to say, I just said, well, maybe that one of those people again, they're coming back, maybe something happened. Until I read an article today. That's really, really shook me to the core. I will continue to praise you when you do good. If something is done under your leadership that I feel is not in the right place, I will say so. But what I'm not going to do is to stay in public and cuss you. Because if I do those kinds of stuff, while other people are doing, if I do it, I'm not just insulting you, I'm insulting myself. Because here's what people say when you point finger to the other three coming back to you. I don't drink water through my nose to insult anybody. Those of you that are young leaders, look at the continent of Africa. What do we have? You have the tough young people, the brain of that country, of that continent. I'll go back to Liberia. The brain of Liberia will leave. And they're not coming by very easily. With your population, with your popularity at this higher point, that can be utilized to entice these smart young people to come back to Liberia to help you move this country forward. I just showed you before I came. After some time, I was talking about Senator McCain. He's gone. Every one of us will pass through. Think about it. Time like this, what, 20 years, 30 years ago, when you think you were going to be here at this stage, you were enjoying something else. But here you are now. As young as you are, people refer to you as father of the land. The young people, the young mind of Liberia, scatter all over the world. Smart minds. Smart mind. Not that there are some smart people in Liberia. But most of the people that smart, that can help you, you need to use that popularity to bring them on. I read about Ambassador Louis, according to the rumor, according to the paper, said sources were telling them that the reason why he got recalled effective immediately. When I read that reason and I connected it with effective immediately, it made me feel like we're back again, back in 1980 something. When are we going to get out of these things here? Now this is a news story, and some of these newspapers, they like to sensationalize stuff. They like to hype things up so people can buy their paper. If it is, that's good. Then I say you didn't. But if it is what they say you did, because according to the paper, front page, I believe it was, that he got recalled because somebody told you he was organizing a protest against you in the United States of America. This is the man whom the UN saw in him. They saw something in him and they made Liberia something, they get Liberia some kind of position. Now, I'm not too sure if the UN going to wait until the president you are appointing. They will wait until the president get how do you call it, confirmed, and then come to the United States before maybe the position probably most likely going to be gone by the time he's done. You can't be angry and rule us. You cannot rule us based on anger. You cannot rule us based on vindictiveness. That's not going to happen. You're too young. You're too young. You have to make sure that all of the people around you, not certain people you used to play ball with. I'm not saying give them a job. That's not what I'm saying. If job is not there, it's not there. But you must put your arms around everybody. They said the man got recalled because he was involved or allowed one of those effects, some kind of a planned demonstration against you. Did you even look into it? And it's true? If it is, did you have any conversation with him? Mr. Brown, this is what I'm hearing. What's going on? I got another demonstration news about you and one other senator. I'm not going to call name. that you are in Africa and certain group wanted to demonstrate and you called the senator and say you're sitting down there and other people want to demonstrate against me, don't call me anymore. I heard that. I'm not too sure how true that is. But here is this one that is written. Dr. Weir, you're our president. You're like the father of the land. Some of us will make mistake towards you. I know you're a human being like any other person. But in order to get to that position, there are certain minds you have to overstep them. At this point, demonstration against you at the UN. And you didn't remove this man. And the people demonstrate against you. You know what that does to your stock? Your stock value will go up. But yeah, it is now. It's in the paper. So the people that are going to be coming to demonstrate, whoever is there that are coming to demonstrate against, some of us we continue to say that's not the right way to go about it, because for me, I don't want to bring shame to my own country. You got issue with Dr. Weir, you talk about it. There's no reason for us to go to UN to go to that's my view. People can disagree with me, whatever, that's fine. But now you have given these people legs. The same way you gave Prophet Key legs, you have given these people legs again. In baseball, they call it unforced error. These people now that are thinking about demonstrating. Oh, look at what demonstration business they record the ambassador. Dr. Weir, this country, it's Liberia, since 1847. It's not going anywhere. You have a unique opportunity, I would say, in my opinion, because you have seen from 2005 when the mother of the land and her government came in, some of us truly believed that they were going to consider themselves the pioneers of Liberia, to start everything fresh. Because the Civil War, even though it was brutal, the Civil War, even though it was bad, destroyed a lot of stuff, but that was a good, perfect position to put any good leader and use that position to build Liberia from scratch and mold Liberia into their own specification, not corrupt behavior. But these people didn't do it. They came in, instead of putting in places good structure for the young people that are coming after them, they decided they want to get rich. According to the paper that I have here, over $24 billion went through Liberia in 12 years. The international community were willing to put money in our country. If we had somebody, and I'm not condemning the mother of the land, I think she did a wonderful job. The people that I don't agree with, the people that I fault, are the young people that she brought along. Because if you're young and the old lady brings you on, that means she wants you to have an input how your future of the Republic of Liberia will be, because she's old. She's not going to be here for another 30, 40 years. But the young people themselves still going to be here. I thought these young people are going to use that opportunity to say, Ma, this is where we want to go. And consult other young people and say, this is where we want to go. But they didn't do that. My opinion. They decided to enrich themselves. You call some of them right now to come on TV with you, come and have an interview. They refuse. Because they know when they come, the kind of question that they're going to get from your fellow Liberians, from your fellow young men. They don't even want to come on. There's another guy that I contacted the other day. He said, no, thank you. Don't call me again. Former minister. Young male. Most likely in his early 40s. Said, don't call me anymore. Now, if I don't call you anymore, you don't want to come and discuss Liberia. You're 40-year-old and you don't want to be involved now. Because of your bad behavior. So now Liberia is going little by little. So these people came in instead of fixing, laying out the groundwork, infrastructure, judiciary, to have a good system, legislature, to have a good system. We don't. Because everybody wanted to get rich. They put in themselves, well, not putting, but they put themselves before the people of Liberia. And if you look in the street of Monrovia, see the many young people that are still selling in the street of the highway, right in the middle of the highway, selling. Just recently, look at the accident that keep happening on our highway from Monrovia to Ganta. From Monrovia to Kakata, people dying. Those are things that they should have taken care of. Dr. Weir, pay attention to past history. If what I'm reading, if it is true, my president, my doctor, my boss, please, this is not something that's going to help us. Stand above. You met Nelson Mandela. People see your picture with him. Stand above everything else. Forget these petty. People will come to you. I told you guys before, people will come to you and say, oh, something to say. Because why? They want to keep their job. And the only way they will keep their job in order for them to tell you somebody don't like you. And because now you find out that somebody don't like you, then you say the person who bringing the news to you, the person like you. No, they don't. They want to keep their job. And why are they doing that? My opinion, because they are not capable of performing. And so sooner or later you will find out this person does not have the ability to perform. But the person might think that the person is useful to you because they're bringing you information. Information that I also gathered from the Capitol building. That there are certain people that come running to you at night and tell you, say, oh, the other legislator ain't like you, he said this. So. Oh, the other legislator ain't like you, he said this. So. This is not how this country is supposed to be run. You're young. And for me, every day I sit down, I say, thank God we have a young person who's leading us. And I also sit down and fault these so-called educated people. You go research my video and you'll find out. I fault those so-called educated people. Because I keep saying today, when Dr. Weir was running, people were right. The man is not educated. He's unable to perform. Well, so what? If that's the person the people of the Republic of Liberia want to lead, since you know he's not able to perform and you have the interest of the country at heart, you go and help him so he can perform. But you said, no, he say he want to be president. Let him be now. So he go and pick up people like Maya Shah. He pick up other people that we all think they are not good for the country. So what you want him to do? To run the country all by himself? He need help. He's going to get help whatever way he can. Everybody putting their arms up. The last time he called meeting, trying to engage the opposition, people coming out of there because they're getting out of the place because they don't think he's saying something good. How are you going to start conversations like that? But that's besides the point. I'm not going to fault Dr. Weir for picking up people like Maya Shah. If Maya Shah can help him, if he believes Maya Shah can help him, so be it. Because if he say, I don't want Maya Shah, who you want him to pick now? Everybody saying, hey, he say he want to be president. Let him do it now. Who do you want him to pick? So, but anyway, let me get back to the statement. Dr. Weir, like I said, the country is in your hand. The way you beat the drum, that's why the whole people would dance. Look at the kind of thing that happened with the judiciary and the how do you call it? The legislature. The old people now coming knocking to your door. Sooner or later, the whole thing, even though you're supposed to be the executive, but our people don't understand the three separate branches of government business. The thing said two people making progress, let the president get involved. You being involved according to them, they're not even looking at the constitutional aspect of it. The thing say you're president, you can just be involved. Say, okay, you're stopping, the people will stop. So you have much more power than what you think. But that power must be utilized with care. You have not abused anybody yet. I've not seen anybody right being abused. If they, I'll be right here blowing the horn. But from this here tonight, from this issue with Ambassador Louis Brown, the way he was running the Minister of Information over there, I was not one of his fans, and I'm still not his fan. But that does not negate the fact that if he's removed based on rumors, that's bad. That's bad. We can't, and you must not run the country like that. Because something told me, I got big mouth. I will come to Liberia. Why somebody say, oh, yeah, man, you're on TV, you go get in. And he say, President, we're treating people bad. I say, oh, they say, I say. Where's the trust now that I'm gonna have? Yeah, you'll take me. I'm not a president, he's a sensible person. Look what he did last year, take me. Where is it? I'm just using myself as an example. People will use your name with these kinds of stuff. They will use your name to put fear in other Liberians. Is that what you want? Is that what you and the rest of the sedition want? To use your name and put fear in their fellow citizens so that they are unable to have conversation. They are unable to converse, to meet, because people using your name to put fear in another person. And that's not you. That's not who I know. That's not who I've been reading about all these years. So, Dr. Weir, once again, I'm asking you, use this opportunity for me. I truly believe, though, if these things are done correctly, 12 years, because up to this point, I don't see opposition yet that would dislodge you. I haven't seen, I'm being very honest. But if these kinds of things started going down the road, the opposition start picking up steam, start making up stories. When our young man was killed the last time, look at the kind of thing people are writing. But when they found out that's not true, it died down. But these kinds of stuff, because these are things Liberians have gotten used to. Midnight, they come knock into your door, take your husband, take your wife, take people, and they don't come back. Liberians have gotten used to that. They know these things. Dr. Weir, we're not there yet, but that's how it starts. Ambassador Brown also, he's a Liberian. He come from Sierra Leone. He's a Liberian. He have relatives who also were looking up to him. And because of rumors, because by this time, the rumors probably have gotten back to him. And his family members have gotten hold of that kinds of rumors. There are people in the government that don't agree with that kind of rumor. They're also investigating where that rumor come from. Within next week or so, watch your mouth yourselves. You'll see people say, I want to tell you're scared of you. Man, you talk to them before you know it gone. Is that the kind of associate you want around you? I don't think that's good. Folks, that tonight is my conversation, because I think if we don't try to have these kinds of conversation, if we don't try to discuss these things evenly among ourselves, these things can take off the wrong footing before you load it, start snowballing around. Even Dr. Weir might not even be involved, but somebody who want to keep their job, they think that person, because they believe that Dr. Weir going to approve, They can do something to that person, think, say, doctor, we are going to agree with that. Without doctor, we are even being able to understand what is happening. But if this is what happening, what are people talking about? If it is true, then I believe Dr. Weah needs to at least think about this. You're president now. I'm not saying think about whether you want to be president. You're president for good. And as far as I'm concerned, if you continue to do good, that's for life. Look at this loan, the $1 billion loan. Look at it. Think about it. Think about it. You were not alone that wanted that loan. Because I know even if you were the worst greedy person on earth, you can't take that $1 billion and go put in your account. But look what happened. People were pushing you here, telling you this, do that. And people were writing. They say, Dr. Weah, you have to understand past history. In your government, there are certain people that want to get close to you. And there are certain people that are blocking them from getting close to you. So those people are going to start fighting each other. And in the process of fighting among themselves, who's going to have the most access to you? They're going to start doing things that are not of human nature. Sooner or later, you start seeing voodoo people start doing witchcraft stuff because they want to get close to the president. The way you beat the drum, that's how everybody's going to dance. My boss, my chief executive, the way you beat the drum, that's how everybody's going to dance. You put your foot down, you're president now. If the president cannot understand that when you appoint somebody, if the person say you did this, the person did that, bring that person, bring the other person. If you do 1 or 2 times, they will stop it. But then again, I feel for you. Look at your surrounding. Most of the people that are around you are people that have been involved in misdeeds. So why would I sit here and ask you to trust people when most of the people around you have been accused of violating people's human rights? And I'm going to sit here this evening in my comfortable Sacramento studio and say, Dr. Weah, you need to trust people. Then I'm not being sincere. I know it's difficult. Some of us continue to be concerned. I don't have nobody telling me about any bad thing, but that's Liberia. And we have seen what have happened in the past. So for me to sit here and say trust people, no, that's not what I'm saying. But don't think because you don't trust certain people that you must have certain people, because you don't trust X, Y, and Z, you must have B to come to you to tell you about X, Y, and Z. Because they will lie to you. I've seen it. And lies have hurt people before. In government, lies because somebody wants position, lies because somebody wants certain thing, they want to get close to you. They will lie to you to hurt other people. That's how the thing starts. Because the person who lied to you, and because of your lie, it hurt other person, that person not going to say John Brown lied on me. They'll say, but the president should know better about me. Because John Brown lied on me, president took action. Okay. But it's in the person's heart now. Dr. Weah, let's look at history. Oh. Let's look at history. Unless you're going to be brutal. Unless you're going to be, you intend to be dictator, which I don't think you are, and which I don't think you have the bone in you to be dictator. You cannot be somebody with a free hair and want to play this kind of game. It don't work. They don't match. If you're going to play that kind of game, you're going to have to be dictator. If you're going to play this kind of game, you have to be ruthless. And that's not you. So which way you going to go? which way you're going to go. It's going to be difficult. I'm not sitting down here and say, oh, you have it up. No. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult. Because there are certain people that are around you that I won't even trust them to go in the bathroom with them. Even if you have my security all around me, I won't trust them to stand in front of my door at night. Because I don't trust them. But then again, that's in Liberia. You guys know how you're living. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do. But all I'm saying this afternoon, Dr. Weah, is that don't run the government based on rumor. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. But from what I'm reading, it's not something that goes well. Once again, I feel bad for your fellow Liberians, native Liberians. Not even Congo Pro. I don't even do Congo native business, but I mean native Liberian. People who were born in the villages to be on public media and cuss day in, day out. Because why? They don't agree with you. I feel embarrassed. I feel shame. But what am I going to do? The freedom you provide for us, this is the result. And I will ask you to take the higher ground. Let them cuss. God knows who you are. They can cuss from now to judgment day. God knows who you are. But don't give them ammunition. If what we're reading, if what I read, if it is true, then you're giving them ammunition to do these things more. If you don't like somebody, Crown Man said this, oh, he said, let me see your hair. Then he said, let me see inside your stomach, open your stomach, or let me see it. They said, let me see in your hair. Let me see your hair. He said, oh, yeah, my hair, yeah. But what in your stomach? In your stomach, who knows? But you can't take your stomach, what in your stomach, and jump it out. That's not how you lead. You're going to be careful with people, you be careful with them. At the back of your mind. Because I know you have two eyes at the back of your head. Somebody who played football and took the ball from the back from the back line and go score. You got another two eyes behind your head, my man. You people say go up and down. That's what I say. Something to like folks. I will now go ahead and play music while I try to read a comment to myself because I don't read comment live. And then I'll open the lines up for people to make a comment. And then we'll be out of here. This is Sam Sinto, LIBERIA Public Radio. Let's listen to this music and see how far we're going to go. Stay with us, Sam Sinto, LIBERIA Public Again, folks, Samson Lowe. Did I say Samson Loke? Jesus Christ. Okay, well, who cares? Samson told, like from public radio. Folks, I look at these comments. I'm not going to read them out loud. But people are making some good sense. And so those that are not making good sense, they're still making sense because that's their view. Who am I to say your view is not right? Your view is correct because it is your view. And the liberal progressive might not agree with your view, but you're allowed to express it. So please do so. Anyway, that's my number, 916-533-2048. Call me and give me a call here. But what I'm saying here, folks, is this. I'm not saying because it's written. This is something from the newspaper. It's not because it's written, therefore it's true. That's not my point. I said everything that I've said here based on supposition. If it is, and somebody said, why you can't call the president? I'll call President Dr. Weah and they will answer my call. They know me, sir. A big year. No, but on a very serious note. These things don't end well. Believe me. In the 60s, my uncle used to be PRO in Total. So they say, oh, the old man come here. Then everybody, they're quiet. Tupper never did that much. If he did, I had never heard of it because Tupper time, like I said, I keep telling you, I was not a member of LU, whatever, but I was hanging with them. 11th grade, hanging with the LU's people because I was living as a LU student. So I got to hang with them. If I don't, my mom that was working for the Ministry of Education, she made sure that I hang with the people because she didn't want me to be left behind. It's Dr. Exanko, and she didn't play with her book business. But the point here is this: we can't run these kinds of stuff. If Dr. Weah think this is something that's serving him well, who am I to say no? But from past history, these things don't end well. PRO business don't end well. It hurts people. It hurts people. And by the time you recognize or realize that somebody is not telling you the truth, the action that you are taking is gone. That's my point. 916-533-2048. Give me a call. Okay. So let's talk about this. If what I'm saying, if it's not correct, let me know. If it is, let me know. But what I'm not going to do is to sit here and degrade myself using insult. There are some people here, so good people, the names that I saw on my stuff, and these people hear me cussing one time. The kind of phone call I'm going to get. Hey, sheesh. Yeah, not believe it. So no way. But anyway, let me go on. Let me go on. I told you I'm gonna go and step on little other stuff here while I'm waiting for your phone call. The issue of the Supreme Court and the legislature. People are stepping in. From what I heard and what I read also today, was that Justice Jana, from the information that I read, thinking about resigning. And the Muslim community, according to the newspaper now, Muslim community are in contact with the government to somehow find a replacement. Why Muslim community are in contact with the government trying to find is that their job now? I didn't know that they were designated to find replacement of Supreme Court justices. You know where I'm going with this? There are times that we Liberians need to stay out of certain aspect of the government, because this is how we create confusion. Justin Jana is a Muslim, Mandingo tribe to be specific, just like I am Crown tribe. But that does not mean whoever is going, whether they're going to investigate him or whether it has nothing to do with a Muslim, it has nothing to do with his tribe. How are you going to defend him? You're going to defend him based on his tribe? You're going to defend him based on his religion? Why do we want to do these kinds of stuff? If you're going to ask the legislature and the executive to stop these things, you come out and say it. Don't say it based on the religions of the person. Don't say it based on the tribe of the person. If I'm there, don't talk on my behalf because I'm Crown man. Talk on my behalf because I'm Liberian. And people are taking advantage of me. Talk for me because I'm Liberian. When will we stop these kinds of stuff? When will we ever stop? I remember in Monrovia, and I think I told you this story a long time ago. There was an incident in Monrovia. I will tell you this again tonight. These things they don't bode well for us. I'll tell you two of them. One of them was Dr. Trouble Baha, who was then, I know he's still Crown man. Who was then Crown man? He's still Crown man. But anyway, he was appointed in one of the big positions by Toba. And the Crown people decided to have a conversation with Toba to tell him thank you for appointing Crown man to a position. The man is PhD. He didn't get PhD because he Crown. They didn't get him PhD because he Crown man. They gave him PhD because he studied for it. Because he can do the work. But we didn't realize that. Okay? I was at the Centennial Pavilion that night with me and my little black bag on my. You know what I'm saying? You used to carry a black bag because when you carry the black bag, it had plastic. One of those plastic bags. It's not clear though. Take plastic bag, but it got zipper in. Just a woman purse, but it's big. And you zip it up, put it on your arm, and you're walking. When people look at, yeah, that broke man there. Because what inside the bed, people don't know. But it didn't say you broke man. So I put my bag under my arm, walk in, they let me in. I was there. They thought that we clap. That I will go sit down today to tell President thank you because they appoint crown man to be certain thing. I beg you. When you're going to tell the president thank you, I'm going on my phone. I can't tell people the person work hard for their degree. I can't tell person thank you for appointing. I beg you. But those days were happening. There was another incident. Give me a call, Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio 916-533-2048. There was another incident. I'm not going to tell you what year because if I do, you know how old I am. I don't want people to know my age because I'm 25 years old. But anyway, on a very serious note, there was an incident at Ijera one night. Turbo and his two-way party decided they want to change. Yes. Liberia was something else, my people. Things that people saw. And that's why the government, your people get on Facebook cussing, writing all kind of, they can't do this, not this, not that. Was he like that? Let me tell you the story about Tawa, what he did. Grant you there. They had a two-way party one night. He decided to have a Grangian in Monrovia and other places to get together in two-way party. Where Tawa and the two-way party were going to decide who become the next senator, who become the next representative. So they went there. So, wow. We had one Honorable Albert T. White. He used to be General White. They had problem with Topman. He went to Grand Jury. He stayed there. He's a Grand Jury. Stayed there for years. Became Grand Jury. No question asked. But anyway, they wanted him to be senator. So Toba and people went there to have a conversation. And they asked Moses P. Harry, where was he from? Moses P. Harry said from Grand Jury. I was a blind me, senator. Now you tell me, those of you from Grand Jury, when was the last time you saw Albert T. White won the election? Tell me, Senator White, when was the last time he won election? Okay, I rest my case. Then another man, a person who, my cousin, Mr. Kemmer, used to be immigration chief in Town. He also wanted to be representative. And Honorable Said Todi, who's from our sister area, Biza. They said Said Todi, he's been there too long. Oh, you got to get a young people chance. The late Bob Kemmer became representative. I don't want to go deep into these things because they bring back bad memories. But these things have happened in the past where the government takes somebody by their hand and say, this is the person I want to rule. I want the person to lead. Instead of all of us decide who we want. These things have happened in the past. Based on what? PRO. Okay? So if I see these things coming up, I will open my mouth. Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Okay? Another story. Now this is storytelling time now. But all of these stories, though, on a very serious note, they're all true stories. I'm not making anything up. Another true story. Like I said, I grew up in Total, born in Total. Total used to be the chiefdom seat. And the chiefdom composed of, I'm not going to name towns here tonight because I don't want people to say, well, I'm not chiefdom, but anyway, they call it BI chiefdom those days. And if you're the greater BI chiefdom, you know what I'm talking about. But when people used to come to Total, Total has a reputation because the Parliament chief lives in Total. In fact, my grandfather used to be Parliament chief. Then he left somebody else from the War, Honorable Zami came and became Parliament chief. They brought him, made him Parliament chief. The same thing, okay? Then, of course, Honorable Johnny Cry became Parliament chief as well. Then Honorable Johnny So also became Parliament chief. But during Johnny Cry time, okay, that's what I did. Zami time, my eye was not open. I never saw Zami, actually, to be honest with you. I just knew that there was a Parliament chief here named Zami. But anyway, During cry time, they got what they call, and they're trying to bring it back again. I read something here recently called house tax, where people pay $10 for each house. $10. What was the population of Liberia those days? 1.5 million? So say 1.5 million. What was the cutoff age? I don't know. Okay, not just say forget about the 0.5 million, because maybe they started from certain age. So we'd say the 0.5 million are all young people, but million, all grown men, women, most likely, because in total you can't stay with anybody. Because I got a place to stay. Can I stay with you and they keep you in the house? No. When you stay in somebody's house in less than a day or so, you will find your space, because the thing mais éclairé quand il dit un autre bon il dit tiens là plus boy là mais éclairé yes il est. By the time they tell you one or two times, you're ready to get it. Because you know what they're telling you? What kind of business is it? Big man like you ain't got a place you can't stay. You can't stay here. I want move. I want sweep. The place is sitting out there. They say they want to sweep it. True story. I'm not making. So you can't stay with anybody. So the point that I'm making is the fact that you're not able to stay with anybody. I'm sure everybody have their own place, because it's not that difficult to build a house. It's not that you're gonna go buy things. You got to go get touch, fix your touch stuff and put it up there, and that's your house. So, but each of the houses were paying $10. So there are certain people that depends on hunting to be able to produce the $10. Yeah, like we have suffered a lot. So if you went hunting 1 week, nothing. Sometimes people can't find something. Sometimes other people go in less than 3 days. They bring in Kenya full of dry meat. Other people bring nothing, but you got to pay your house tax. You don't have it. Then they bring you to Toll Town, my town. And sometimes that's one of the reasons why up to this time, there was a video I was supposed to show here sometime. I went home recently. I'm just changing now. I'm just sidebar. I went home recently. True story. So I went to the elementary school that I attended, where I started my so-called schooling business, because I don't know anything. But the kind of trouble that I put those teachers through, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was rude. I fight every day. Tear other children put their uniform. God be you, I can tear your clothes. That's the only way I can tell people that I be you. God, if I be you and I'll tear your clothes, that means I'll be you. And these people, children, then they go, their parents then got to score Pamela to sell so they can buy their uniform. And I'm telling you all of these things. I'm telling you, this is one of the reasons why when anybody, any of the organization asks me to do something in terms of development, road design, building design, whatever, I do it free, because I feel guilty. I have to give back. So I'm telling you now. But anyway, these teachers, Teacher Carr, okay, Teacher Kula, Teacher Collins, Principal Collins, Kenny wasting time. That's how a little. I don't know him much, but he I think he would have been the one to take that fighting business out of me, but he died. But anyway, those people, when I get to school in the morning, are holding my chin. Thing is, I'm holding beer, 5 cent beer, not on me. I'm holding my chin because I'm a big man. Your car talking to me. Yeah, Professor, what you want now? Something tall. Calm down, he would say. I'll tell you, what, calm down for what? What doing? I'm not doing anything. What you see me doing? I'm not doing anything. But the one thing I used to do with all my fighting, I used to study. Because I don't want anybody to be, because those days when you're standing up in line to spell, and now today I don't know how to spell, but to spell, you line yourself up, maybe 15, 16 of you, and they start from the hair to spell certain word. Maybe the word has about 5, 6 letters in it. And those people miss, all of them will reach to you. You get every one of those people up to your position. They're going to get 5 latches in their hand from you. And I didn't want anybody to beat me in my hand. So I used to study. I used to study the spelling because I want anybody, because you beat me with flat. You touch me, we will flat. So I don't want to do it wrong either. So I used to study. But anyway, but the teacher, I gave them so much problem. So when I went back recently, I went to the school and I made a video apologizing to their spirit, knowing now what I know, the value of education. Jesus Christ. If I have known what it is now, what? The amount, because I have time. I have time on my hand in total. I was lazy. I never used to go on the farm. I would not go on the farm to go eat and come back and play football. I had time. But all I did was just fight whole day. Take people children tea out. Hey, I don't even want to go there. But anyway, so in my town, going back to my town. So when I went back recently, I did a video. Sincerely apologizing. I have tears in my eyes. Because I fell for the teachers. They're dead now. You know, how proud they probably would have been to see Samson to bike in total, civil engineer, bike in total, have his own kids now, bike in total. So I went to this classroom and, I talked to their spirit and apologized to them. And I wasted some water, cold water. I apologized to them, sincerely apologized. Because that's all that I could do now, nothing else. But anyway, let me go back to total. Folks, okay, I got about 5 more minutes and I'll be out of here. Back to total. In total, okay, when 2-week party in Monroe, they sent people to Zredru to collect taxes. Then Zredru sent somebody to Zlatan to collect taxes. Then Zlatan, now Zredru the superintendent, Zlatan the district commissioner. Then he sent somebody to Totan to collect taxes. Totan the parliament chief. Then he sent somebody to Biai Tawe to because Biai Tawe that clan chief more town. DK Nyangwe, the more who can sing that Father Town, he's a clan chief for the whole of Biai chiefdom. Okay, to collect, and they come down to the town chief. Each town, and if they come to your house, you don't have the $10. They bring you to town. Yes, very sad. Our people get patient. The patient level. You kind of thing you do there today, they will burn that town. Then they bring that person to town. They make racks. Ask anybody, they know about it. Most Liberians that were born those days know about it. They make pyramid. Three set of metal rocks. They put them together. They sharpen. Then you kneel down in it. They tie your hand behind your back and make you look into the sun until somebody can pay that $10. If you don't pay, you go to jail. In the money to bring you back into town. Into town. Those were some of the reasons that got some people from that town were so against any kinds of government that pretend to be something that they're not. Okay? And I know Totan was not the only place. I bet you. There's a town in Nimakane called Glory. Those days when you're driving coming from Granji there, when you get to Glory, they put everybody down. Show your hard tax receipt. You show the receipt, you're going to sit out in our jailhouse. And I'm making it up. I'm serious. True story. Where is that money going? Where was it going? They collect that money, Totan turn it over to Zlatan. Zlatan, I don't ask me how much they turn it over because I don't know how much they're collecting. The only way I used to know they were collecting money because my old man K, would sit down and put all the rocks together. Okay. Bronto house, yeah, $10. They're not showing the money with that rack. Oh, yeah, $10. Then he counts all the racks, count them, put them aside. This person how that $10, that racks, oh, but that real money. Then they put all that one because the people were afraid if they were to take anything from Total, you take money from there. The kind of punishment you're gonna get from Monrovia, you'll not believe it. Me, Samson Toe are collecting money from 2-week party. And I know they're not going to build school. We collect the money. We're building high school in Total. This time of time, you put me in there to collect money. I'm building high school in Total and bring it on. We'll do a 2-week party. But the people in Total, they collect all that money, take it to Selecta. Commissioner, that's the end of it. Come from Selecta and Zwedru Monrovia. What happened with the tax? From that time, the quota stopped to Torota, President Farm, where you used to have an animal farm. Quota stopped there. What happened to the money? What happened to the money? Totman went on here one time and told us that he built an executive mansion, $1 million. He said, look it up. The executive mansion would put that $1 million will put me to school. Man, that made me very man. Anyway, folks, let me do one last time here and then get out of here. We've been out here for quite a long here this evening. I want to thank all of you that have been watching. Basically, before I close here, corrupt behavior all over the place, man. So I think, okay, but the behavior those days were terrible. By the way, before I leave, again, I want to thank all of you that have been watching. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Basically, that's the nature of this show. You call me, fine. You don't, no big deal. But the idea is, I'm not here to put. I will do that song once I have my. I'm gonna reset my studio. Once I do that, then I can do maybe 1 or 2 calls while I'm talking. But basically, what this show is about, let me tell you again, so that maybe if you leave, you don't want to come back, that will be okay. I pick a topic, I do research on a topic, and I discuss the topic. After my topic has been exhausted, then I ask you to make a comment. Ask a question, or what have you. That's what this show is about. It's those of you that come in, perhaps don't know what this show, what I do, why I come, because this is not a talk show where people come in and call and then they start arguing about it. That's not what I do. I give you my subject matter and discuss it. And if you think that's not true, give me a call and tell me that's not true. That's what I do. By the way, let me get out of here. What is this? Wait a minute. Why am I on? Isn't it Monday? Yeah, it's Monday, isn't it? Samson Toe! What do you think? I'm 25 years old. Oh, yes, it is Monday. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, folks. Samson Toe, LeBron Public. I want to, once again, let me thank all of you that have been tuning into LeBron Public. Let me give you one more song here before I get out of here this evening. It's been a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you, and let's have fun. Tune in tomorrow to Mr. Soul Show, where he will give you some inside depth of what is happening in Liberia, give you some wonderful, wonderful news from Liberia. Usually he brings in somebody from Liberia to give you the up-to-date news about Liberia. So tune in tomorrow as well. We'll be back Wednesday. Do the same thing. We'll find our topic and start discussion. It's been a wonderful evening. Thank you. Let's do it again Wednesday.
Maman, je l'ai sebria monyenyo. Eyo be, sabakia na yona.
Daddy Samu, you are well.
Eyo be, sabakia na yona.
I don't well.
Eyo be, sabakia na yona. Natema sele awe. Eyo be, sabakia na yona.
Imania Pomu, you
Eyo be, sabakia na yona.
Manjaya monyenyo.
Eyo be, sabakia na yona.
Play down. Boshisi Pomu, you
Aso tu le play out. Eyo be, anasiole. Eyo be, anasiole. Eyo be, anasiole. Eyo be, anasiole. Eyo be, anasiole.
Eyo la lua.
Eyo, eyo ao, ayao.
Eyo lo.
Eyo lo, ao, eyo.
Nani anakachiana.
Eyo, eyo ao, ayao.
Eyo lo.
Eyo lo, ao, eyo.
Nabio tuwa iyo. Tujawe blame.
Oblani agbe we inu ande o.
Amande le boyunwe o.
Anachi ade ao. Eyo be, sabaki anayo.
Anachiale o.
Eyo be, sabaki anayo.
Lori anakachiana.
Eyo be, sabaki anayo.
Kapita kambeana.
Eyo be, sabaki anayo.
Kusikelana.
Eyo be, sabaki anayo.
Regina peana.
Eyo be, sabaki anayo.
Victor Baniana.
Eyo be, sabaki anayo.
Anachiale o.
Eyo be, sabaki anayo.